Saying Christina is threatening to cut all ties with us if we don't agree? No, I know she's angry, but you know what? Hold on. Look, we're gonna figure this out, but I'm telling you right now, there's no way we're gonna do some reality show just because she says so. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, okay, Alexis? I can't do this right now.
Reality show?
Don't even ask. How you doing?
Fine.
Heard you got picked up by the Beatrice Corners police.
Yeah.
Sam bail you out?
Elizabeth.
Any particular reason you involved her?
Well, I didn't want Bernie to antagonize the cops. Same with Carly. I knew Elizabeth can come down, bail me out, and I can get out of there without making any trouble.
Why not ask Sam?
I don't want her anywhere near this investigation. She's going through enough right now.
No, you know, Franco died months ago. Cops have no leads. Why would they pull you in?
John McBain.
Bain admitted he's using you to get to me?
Yeah, he said it would be a bonus.
Sounds like him because he's a vindictive son of a bitch.
I'm going to tell you right now, he wants to take you down, and he's going to do anything to make that happen.
Including tipping off the cops.
Right, Franco's murder was a cold case. There was no evidence, there was no witnesses, no leads, and then McBain shows up, he gets in my face.
Threatening you outright?
Right, and next thing I know, I'm handcuffed, taken in for questioning.
Some coincidence, huh?
No, it's not a coincidence at all.
Okay, is there any way this can be traced back to you? That's the most important part
there's
right
nothing.
now. Good.
Good, but it doesn't solve the McBain problem.
Pretty clear he wants you out of the way.
Maybe not just to get to you.
You think maybe he's going after Sam?
It keeps turning to McBain.
You don't think he's playing or using Sam to piss you off, to get your guard down?
I think when they first met, you know, it was probably by accident. Sam was emotional, but she definitely confided in the wrong person.
But when she found out he was a cop, why keep trusting him?
I can't answer that question. I don't know why Sam felt it was easier to talk to McBain.
Okay, you know what? Can she tell him anything that he could use against us?
Look, I don't think Sam would purposely say anything to a cop.
Mm-hmm.
But they are staying at the same motel. The day I went to tell him that we found the bug that he planted, Sam was in his room.
Do you talk to her?
Yeah, she defends him. She said McBain's not the problem, I am, because I can't promise to love this kid.
So you and Sam are going through hell, and McBain is exploiting it.
He was one of the few people who knew what happened between Franco and Sam.
Right.
And the only one to gain anything by leaking that story to the press.
And he gives the information to the Beatrice Corners police. You get arrested. Not that the charges are going to stick. He doesn't care. He's just sending a message.
He wants me out of the way so he has a clear path to you.
And I'm sure he's denying everything, right?
Yeah, he said he wouldn't use the media or Sam to come at me.
And the arrest?
He said he didn't have anything to do with that, Sonny. Come on.
All right. You spend a lot of time with Sam, okay? You're not worried about that?
I know she's vulnerable. And McBain knows it.
For what it's worth, I think you guys could...
Yeah.
No, I do think you guys
But
could...
every time, I think we're getting close. It's either Franco or McBain.
What are you going to do about it?
On us. And he's running out of time on that warrant.
You want to ride this out?
I mean, sometimes you gotta be patient.
Sometimes the longer you wait, the worse it gets.
Yeah, McBain's not gonna have jurisdiction in Fort Charles.
Well, it's not going to really matter because all McBain is thinking about, he's on some kind of crusade for, you know, to avenge the death of his sister, which, by the way, I had nothing to do with, but he ain't leaving until he gets what he wants.
What if he doesn't? What if he can't touch you?
He wants the big catch. He's not going to, you know what? He's not going to leave here until he blows me sky high.
I don't want Sam in the middle of that.
Well, then, maybe Lieutenant McBain needs to disappear. I gotta tell you, I'm tired of McBain and his personal vendetta. I got too many other things I have to deal with.
Me too.
Don't like him sniffing around. What if he finds out that Kate's the one that caused the accident?
Well, you think he's gonna go after her?
In a second. Because he considers it his personal mission to uphold the law. It doesn't matter who gets
Kate was
hurt.
sick. She had no idea what she was doing.
Oh, but I'm sure he's gonna be very sympathetic when it comes all out in court. when the whole world knows that she, Kate has this DID thing, and it was this other personality who killed that child. And I tell you what, what's going to happen to her after that? Even if she doesn't go to prison, what happens? She loses her career, she loses her reputation, everything is destroyed. I'm not going to let that son of a bitch do that to her.
McBain seems pretty focused on me at the moment.
You're going to let him sniff around your pregnant wife?
No.
Then we got a problem. He needs to be eliminated.
He's a cop, he's ex-FBI, we don't need that trouble. Doesn't mean I can't send a message. Maybe it's time to suggest that McBain go home ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever you decide, just make sure you use people you can trust, and because you're no good to stand behind bars.
Getting rid of McBain doesn't change the fact that the baby's Franco's.
Well, at least she's not going to be able to keep running to him.
Yeah, if that's what she wants.
Jason.
Yeah.
I know you didn't ask, but I'm going to give you my opinion. I think Sam doesn't want to lose you, and she's doing everything she can to push you away. I know that doesn't make sense, but I've been there. You love somebody so much that you just tear it down and destroy it.
But Sonny, everything was fine until she found out the baby was Franco's.
Maybe she couldn't handle that, so she ran to McBain. She knew you'd hate it, but subconsciously it was easier for her to deal with that than it was to deal with the baby.
Maybe you're right. But it doesn't change anything. McBain's still in the way.
If you can get past him, you guys can work through this together.
Try and work things out with Sam.
You're just not sure you can. I thought the exact same thing when I walked in on Johnny and Kate.
Come on, Sonny, that was different.
No, it's always different when it happens to you. But I'll tell you right now, there's no way I can turn my back on Kate, just like I know you can't turn your back on Sam, even if it seems that's what she wants. She's having a baby. Doesn't matter who the father is. She needs you, not McBain. She needs you.